On a summer night in 1989, a horrific crime shook the wealthy enclave of Beverly Hills. Jose and Kitty Menendez, a successful entertainment executive, and his wife were found brutally murdered in their home. Their sons, Lyle and Erik, became the prime suspects. The brothers, then 21 and 18, initially claimed innocence. However, their lavish spending sprees in the weeks following the murders raised suspicion. Eventually, they confessed to the killings, claiming they acted in self-defense after years of horrific abuse. The ensuing trial captivated the nation. It was a media spectacle, broadcast live on television, with every detail scrutinized. Prosecutors painted a picture of greed, alleging the brothers killed their parents for their inheritance. The defense argued the brothers were victims, driven to desperate measures by the trauma of abuse. The jury deadlocked in the first trial. But in the second, they found Lyle and Erik guilty of first-degree murder. The brothers were sentenced to life in prison without parole. For almost 35 years, Lyle and Erik Menéndez have lived behind bars. They've maintained their innocence, claiming they were driven to kill by the abuse they endured. Over the years, their case has continued to fascinate and divide the public. Documentaries and television specials have re-examined the evidence and explored the complexities of the case. Then, a potential lifeline. In recent years, new evidence has come to light, prompting a renewed look at the case. This evidence, along with evolving societal understanding of abuse, has fueled a movement for their release. The Menendez brothers, once symbols of greed and entitlement, have become, for some, poster children for the devastating impact of abuse. The new evidence, coupled with changing attitudes towards criminal justice reform, has led Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascón to make a pivotal decision. Gascón, known for his progressive stance on criminal justice, has recommended resentencing for Lyle and Erik Menendez. This decision doesn't mean the brothers are exonerated. They remain convicted murderers. However, it does acknowledge that the circumstances of their case, particularly the allegations of abuse, deserve further scrutiny. The potential for resentencing marks a dramatic turn in the Menendez saga. It raises the possibility, however slim, that the brothers could one day walk free. The final decision rests not with Gascón, but with a judge. But the DA's recommendation has injected new hope into a case that once seemed permanently closed. Section 4. Unheard voices. New evidence comes to light. Central to the DA's decision is the emergence of new evidence supporting the brothers' claims of abuse. This evidence includes sworn statements from individuals who allege they were also abused by Jose Menéndez. One compelling account comes from a former member of the popular boy band, Menudo. He claims he was sexually abused by Jose Menéndez, corroborating the brothers' long-standing accusations. This new evidence paints a disturbing picture of Jose Menéndez, a man once portrayed as a successful executive and loving father. It lends credence to the brothers' claims of a dark undercurrent of abuse within their seemingly perfect family. While this evidence doesn't excuse murder, it does provide critical context for the brothers' actions, suggesting their crimes were born out of desperation and fear, not greed. Section 5. Justice delayed, justice denied, the potential outcomes. The DA's recommendation for resentencing sets the stage for a new legal battle. The brothers' attorneys will likely argue that the abuse they suffered should be considered a mitigating factor in their sentencing. They may even seek a reduced sentence or, in a best-case scenario, release. The prosecution, however, is expected to oppose any leniency, arguing that the brutality of the murders warrants the life sentences the brothers received. The judge presiding over the case will face an unenviable task. They must weigh the horrific nature of the crime against the complex and disturbing allegations of abuse. The potential outcomes are varied. The judge could uphold the original sentence, grant a reduced sentence, or even, in a highly unlikely scenario, order a new trial. Section 6. A turning tide? Implications for a changing system. The Menendez brothers case, once a tabloid sensation, has evolved into something much more significant. It has become a flashpoint in the national conversation about criminal justice reform, abuse, and the long-lasting trauma it inflicts. The DA's decision to recommend resentencing, while specific to the details of this case, also reflects a broader shift in how society views crime and punishment. There's a growing recognition that the criminal justice system, for all its virtues, can be inflexible and unforgiving. There's also an increased understanding of the devastating impact of abuse and how it can warp lives, leading to desperate acts. The Menendez brothers' case, regardless of the final outcome, serves as a powerful reminder that justice is rarely black and white. It's a complex equation, one that must consider not just the crime, but the circumstances that led to it.